Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Israel Update. It has been an incredibly eventful time in the region. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and bring Doobie right on in to join us. Doobs, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much for being with me.
Hi, Christie. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
So Doobs, lots of people asking lots of questions. When we look at the headlines, we're seeing Trump with the Saudi leader. We're seeing Trump with the Syrian leader. We're seeing Trump's plan about Gaza looking like it's going to get, at least it got the UN vote. Not that we care about the UN, but it got the UN vote. But Bibi doesn't necessarily seem too happy with it because obviously Trump is talking about a path to statehood for the Palestinians upon certain conditions. Obviously, some of the Palestinians are freaking out saying they're not interested, and then the other ones are saying they are. What do you see is going on in the region? What do you think is happening right now with all the players if you were to look at the chessboard of the Middle East?
So let's unpack your question, little by little. We start with the UN voting in favor of the Trump plan for a Palestinian state or a path to Palestinian state. So I think that Netanyahu wisely didn't go full steam against it because, Trump is still our best ally and he didn't want to go against him. But it's okay. Here in this region, we know the Israelis that you can always trust on the Palestinians to reject the plan. So that is exactly what happened. The minute it was released and voted upon, the Hamas already said they're against it. They're not going to be willing to disarm. They're saying that this is not going in alignment with the aspirations of the Palestinian people. So it's okay. Trump makes plans, and the Palestinians are rejecting it. So we're in a good place. We're in a good spot because Netanyahu doesn't have to go against it. The other thing that I'm seeing, and it's really making me a little bit worried, is how a master of business like Donald Trump is sitting there, and I totally understand why they are all sitting there, and I'm sorry to use this term, but sitting them there in the Oval Room, quite smug, speaking about one-state solution, two-state solution. We spoke about all kinds of different things, and it seems like, the Saudis are very keen about going forward towards the Abrahamic Accords, and in the end of the day, the trophy is dozens of F-35s. So if you're going to go for peace and if you're going to go for the Abrahamic Accords, why do you need all these airplanes for? Who's your enemy? You can say the Iranians, but you never had a heads-on fight with the Iranians. America is giving you enough umbrella. Israel is giving you enough umbrella. When things went south, you didn't do anything against the Iranians. All you did is running with your tail between the legs to reopen an Iranian embassy. You went to apologize in Iran. So I don't really understand what is really going on in terms of the pursuit of the Muslim countries like the UAE, like Saudi Arabia. All these countries want the most advanced American weapons here in the region while they're talking about peace with Israel and joining the Abraham Accords. I'm saying in general, the only way for Israel to really exist in this region is to stand on guard and don't fall for all these different fake deals that are being signed behind our backs. I know that America is very happy to get another $1 trillion in business with Saudi Arabia, and I'm very much in favor of it. Whatever you can take from these people, please go ahead and take it. Don't forget that bin Laden came from Saudi Arabia. Don't forget that all their doctrines has been for all these years to convert the West into Islam. So
Yes.
Respect them, but be very, very worried and very suspicious. And so we are there. And I'm sure that the second that America said that they're going to enable the Saudis to have F-35, Israel started already with electronic warfare to make sure that this so-called advanced F-35 airplanes are going to be useless in the region if they want to start doing anything with them. Most likely Israel won't even allow them to fly.
Now, this is an important point, Doobs, that you just made. You know, the Saudis, it's the same concept. We've spoken about it with Turkey many times. The whole goal regarding Islam is, if we can't get them by bullets, we'll get them by ballots. And we're already seeing this happening with Mamdani in New York and all these different things. That's how it happened in London. Sadiq Khan came in, became the mayor. Now look, in a couple of years, England's going to be a majority Muslim. And without a bullet being fired, it's not like in the previous times.
You spoke about it.
Yes.
You spoke about it. They have 1,000 years patience.
Yes.
They wait for their 12 imams. They are taking it by what we call the salami method.
Yes.
And they do just, walking step by step, slowly but surely. They are putting us to sleep. This Saudi king is coming to the White House all tall with his polished British accent.
Yes.
And the worst is already falling into his feet with his special, so funny garment that he can't even keep it on right.
Yes.
In the reception, all these silly things that are happening around us, and people are falling for ceremonies. They're looking at the events as if there's a world peace just around the corner.
Yes.
But we here in Israel, we are on survival mode ever since the Jews started to return back home.
Yes.
So we're not going to sleep. Yes, we'll take any period of time that there'll be hudnas, which is ceasefires.
Yes.
To train and to practice and to drill, but we are ready.
Yes, and that's the key. Israel is ready. And I remember, obviously, we look back at Golda Meir, who spoke about how they would rather, the Jews would rather be despised by people and alive than to do what everybody's telling them to do and end up dead. Because that...
you're right. We always seek peace.
Always.
We always really, extend our hands for peace. This was our goal all the time, but we are learning every passing moment. We are learning that the methods of the enemy are just getting more sophisticated.
Yes.
And they've been able to put billions and trillions of dollars into their crazy, dark propaganda.
It's the oil money.
Taking over all these oil money, taking over the world and the social media and all these things. And they learned a new method. And now they believe that by what you just described as by the bullets and by all their takias, they are thinking that they can take us, outflank us from the side without us noticing it. Israel is really willing to have peace, but the condition is to disarm the enemies.
Yes.
We are not the aggressors. We are not the attackers.
Never.
Even though people don't even notice today, as we're speaking, on the yellow line in Gaza, Palestinians were shooting Israeli troops in what's so-called a ceasefire. In Lebanon, for the last months or two, the Hezbollah was really starting again to dig back into their tunnels, to rebuild their forces nearby the borders of Israel. Few hours ago, before we are recording now on a Wednesday, few hours ago, the IDF had to launch a huge strike over southern Lebanon against the new efforts of Hezbollah to replant themselves right by our borders. Everything that they have promised, all the deals that they have signed on, don't even worth the paper they are signed on.
Yes, and that's the thing that I've constantly said, is that the democracy of the West is nothing but a paper tiger to the Islamists. They don't care.
Yes.
They're going to keep going, keep trying. They're not interested in democracy or peace. They're interested in domination and subjugation. And that is why we are the watchmen on the wall, and we continue to sound the alarm. I know that it's not always the popularist thing to say, but we are bound to truth. We are bound to keep speaking the truth.
Yes, we are. And people that are watching us, thank God we are on a Christian channel where we can speak the truth. We're not afraid of anything that people are telling us. You know what? God is still on the throne. And as Christian says, Jesus is king.
Yes.
And all these Muslims that are trying to play this game, we are here to expose their faces because we know, we read the Bible, we know the end game.
Yes.
We will have to face them either on the ground, in the air, or spiritually. We will have to face them.
Yes. And that's the key. The warfare doesn't stop, and that's why we don't stop. So we thank you so much for joining us. You can tune in every week, and we will always be here giving you reports from the ground in Israel, making sure that you hear the proper truth. Doobs, thank you so much for joining me, and God bless you to everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom.
Hello, friends. I'm Donna Clement Petrushka, and I am honored to invite you to something truly extraordinary, the Kim Clement Prophecy Vault. Now you can gain unprecedented access to my father's entire digitized video archive. Every prophetic moment, every powerful teaching, every anointed worship session is now available to you in the Prophecy Vault. Plus, I'm excited to share that my dad's special School of the Prophets teachings are included, offering you deep, transformative lessons on hearing God's voice and understanding his revelations. Your partnership is crucial. Not only will you gain access to these incredible resources, but you'll also help us continue the vital work of preserving, digitizing, and adding new Kim Clement material to the archives. I'm inviting you to step into the Kim Clement Prophecy Vault. Let's embark on this journey of revelation together, and I can't wait to see you inside.
There's this movement that's saying women doesn't belong behind the pulpit. Mm-hmm. This is not an old thing, but I think it has picked up, especially in this country. I can't speak for other countries, but in this country, it has really picked up.
And I think there's two questions that have to be asked when looking at anything. The first question is this cultural movability or is it moral immovability? Mm-hmm. So when we look at the book of Timothy, for instance, and there were women being told to keep quiet or silent in church, there was a cultural context behind that.
We are equal and we have different assignments, I suppose. We have different giftings.
Watch now at real-faith.tv.
We have Andrew Sorcini from Beverly Hills Precious Metals with us today. If someone has a 401k, can they take some of that and purchase gold as an investment for their future?
They can, and it's a great way to do it because if you have an IRA, a government TSP account, a 401k from a company that you used to work at but don't work at anymore, or if you still work at the company and you're over 59 and a half, these can be rolled over into a precious metals IRA. And if you were to speak to your financial advisor about it, they'll tell you, oh, this is a taxable event. They'll tell you things like gold and silver are volatile. But really, the thing is, they don't want you to get into precious metals because it doesn't benefit them monetarily. I'm here to tell you that your accounts can be rolled into a precious metals IRA without it being a taxable event. And you would own real gold and silver that is stored in a third-party depository that's insured in a lockbox with your name on it.
So if someone goes to bh-pm.com, is that the correct website? Okay, and that's going to be on the bottom of the screen. If they go there today, what do they need to do?
Okay, so there's an online form there, and the form, almost every page on the website has the online form. So you just fill in your first name, last name, email address, telephone number, say that Kim Clement sent you or the House of Destiny. We'll know what you mean. And in the notes section, be as detailed as you can. Sometimes people put things in there like, I'm a complete novice. I really don't understand precious metals. I've been wanting to understand. I want to invest, but really I need more information first. Then put that in there. If you're someone that's been investing in gold and silver for years and really don't need a consultation, you just want to check prices, then put that in there.
everybody watching, if you are interested in precious metals, this is where you want to go. Thanks again.
Thank you.